Nathaniel Bandy. Striving for originality.
This Top 10 intro is brought to you by VectorStar Productions.
Have you watched my 20 through 11 list for the worst Mario Kart tracks ever? Well, if you haven't, go watch it first, you silly goose, then come back here. Same rules apply to this top 10 as the other one, so I won't be regurgitating here. You all ready to get negative like the internet loves to do? Without further ado, let's go. Number 10. Yeah, I'm starting this list off with a Bowser's Castle. They aren't all good, especially the older ones, like the cleverly titled Bowser Castle 2 on the SNES. While I'll say the graphics and music are very good for the system it was released on, the track layout can be very frustrating. A lot of the turns are incredibly sharp, and while that shouldn't be an excuse of a track being bad, it forces you to lose a considerable amount of speed to make the turn. About halfway through, the course turns into a maze with several paths to take. There's this one path that earns its spot on this list. When the course first splits up and you take your first left, the game completely trolls you as the road leads you to a dead end. Yeah, a dead end in a Mario Kart game. How do you like that, oversensitive kiddies of this generation? Well, you'll only make the mistake of taking that route one time. Just the fact that it's even there in the first place really bothers me. Nintendo has been trolling us before the internet made it cool and hip. That's really my biggest complaint. Besides that, Bowser Castle 2 is decent enough. Number 9. Mario Circuit and Double Dash is your typical Mario course. You got here a road, then some grass and sand, throw in some walking Goombas, a chain chomp, a couple piranha plants, and there you go. That's about as streamlined as it gets if you ask me. The course itself does have small doses of enjoyment, but I've always found the end annoying. You drive across a bunch of tiny bumps in the road with Goombas as obstacles. Since your cart flies in the air over each bump, you lose control of your cart. When you go over lots of these bumps all at once, it makes for a disorienting experience. Then you get to the last ramp, and if you don't go straight down it, a man-eating plant will snack on you. It doesn't feel good. Or so I would imagine. Number 8. Baby Park is on the screen, don't freak out yet. I'm not talking about the Double Dash version, or the remake in Mario Kart 8. I'm talking about the remake on the DS. My golly gracious, did they ruin the spirit of this track in this remake. First off, you don't complete 7 laps like you always have. You only have to do 5. Why the random change in laps? I don't get it. On top of that, the overall course doesn't feel as zany as the original does. In Double Dash, when you play, there are always a bunch of Bowser shells flying around, bananas completely covering the road, and there's a constant onslaught of green and red shells. It's madness, and it's insanely fun. This version of Baby Park feels very empty. There's no items in the game that really make the course feel interesting. On top of that, due to the DS's limitations, the background isn't as visually appealing. I'm not knocking the track for that matter because that would be unfair. It's just an additional point. Number 7. And here's another Mario Kart DS track. Yoshi Falls is surprisingly bland and tasteless. The entire track is pretty much just a wavy oval loop. Sure, you can drive across water and there's some bridges to drive across, but besides that, it doesn't offer much of anything else. This is just another one of those tracks that just isn't very fun. I kind of like the idea of going with a simple layout, but they didn't add enough interesting things to the track to make it really enjoyable. I mean, if you're gonna drive through the waterfalls, it's highly recommended that you at least have a mushroom to get across without slowing down a lot or falling off. The music isn't too bad, and the course looks alright, but it just feels barren. A lot of these courses feel empty, but this one is especially sad that it does because it's Yoshi themed. Yoshi is one happy and energetic fellow. He should be ashamed and embarrassed to have his name slapped on such a useless track. Number 6. I don't know what it was with Mario Kart Super Circuit, but the ghost stages on there were just terrible. Broken Pier in particular is bad for a few reasons. The biggest problem is that the boos are not your friends. If you get near one that's flying around the stage, it will circle your cart and knock a bunch of coins out of you. What the heck, Mr. Boo? I thought we were pals! What's funny is that the boo is even an item in this game, but yet it's bad on this stage? What? I don't get it. On top of that, there's so many ramps that you can fall off of. I must stress that the difficulty isn't the problem here. It's the fact that they went really overboard. It's like playing Rainbow Road on the SNES with no guardrails almost. At the end, there's actually this really tiny bridge you can drive across as a shortcut, but it's so incredibly narrow that you just laugh at it as you're driving away. Even if you take the risk of going across, it's much easier for one of the boos to rob you of coins. The course design is at least interesting, but those boos really ruin the stage.
Number 5.
You thought Bowser Castle 2 was bad? Wait till you play Bowser Castle 3! Well, this is the Game Boy Advance version, not the SNES version. Both of these Mario Karts named all the Bowser stages by number, so it can get confusing. My biggest problem is the thwomps. They always seem to get in your way no matter what. It's interesting because these guys aren't even that big. They were just placed in very bad spots. There's one thwomp in particular that I just loathe when I drive by it. You see an item box and you're just thinking, ooh, gimme, 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 oh.
Denied.
The freaking thwomp almost always blocks your entrance to getting that precious box. Your balls go from being thwomps to womps, if you know what I mean. Only true Nintendo fans will get this. And all of you are true, so you all get it. Also, when you're going across all these jumps, there's fireballs that pop up as obstacles. This wouldn't be that big of a deal, but they fly up on the screen really fast. So fast that you can't make an adjustment if you see one coming. You just get hit. You're better off just learning where the fireballs spawn and driving in that path.
Number 4.
Cheep Island? More like Crap Island. Man, that wasn't even a pun. This course is very inclusive, as you've got lots of water, trees, and those sorts of things. There's a bunch of crabs on the islands, and they can sometimes be annoying. What really sucks about this track is when you're driving across the bridges, for whatever godly reason, the whole screen starts shaking. Look, I'm informed that you're driving across wood, so thank you Nintendo for trying to make a kart racing game realistic. Was it really necessary though? This was a really bad idea to add to the stage. It just makes me sick looking at the stage shake like crazy. Maybe I'm just being really picky, but I hate how shaky the screen gets. At least the visuals look really great, but visuals don't make a game any more fun, especially when it comes to Mario Kart.
Number 3.
If I had a problem with Cheep Island, then I really have a problem with Snowland. Besides this having the most boring track name of all time, the screen shakes for the entire race. Why is this a thing? And you know what's worse? It doesn't even make sense for the screen to shake this time. In Cheep Island, you're going across some logs which are bumpy, so at least it makes sense. In Snowland, all you're doing is driving on ice. Ice is smooth. Why is the whole stage shaky? Ugh, just looking at it is making me really dizzy.
Are you okay? Dude, what? Are... So, are you okay?
Yeah. Hey, I'm fine, really. Just...
Yeah, okay, no. I get it. Yeah, you're stupid. Alright, I got places to be, let's hurry.
As if this track wasn't bad enough, there's other obstacles that just don't need to be there. There's a bunch of snowman that can slow you down, and there's shiny ice that can slip you up. Now, wait, is what I'm driving on ice or not? It looks like ice to me. I don't even know anymore. This track is bad. That is all.
Number 2.
Ugh, oh great, another ice stage. Vanilla Lake excuse me, one for Super Mario Kart is a lot like the other ones I've mentioned. Falling into the water really sucks. The ice is slippery. The whole experience is just terrible. When driving, you'll notice these white squares on the road. When you first run into one, you just let out a heavy sigh and hate your life for a brief moment. On this track are a bunch of piles of snow that will almost put you to a stop if you touch one of them. Vanilla Lake 1 has a ton of these snow piles. It's very hard to navigate through them. On later laps, they aren't really there, but the stage is still a slippery mess, and nobody likes that. There's also lots of pipes that can get in your way too, so trying to avoid the snow piles, the pipes, and stay on the icy road all at once is just bleh. Plus the level design is just a simple loop shaped like a circle, because hey, they might as well make the track even worse while they're at it. So will number 1 be another ice stage? Let's find out, y'all! And now, the number one worst Mario Kart track is... Nah, it's not. What we have here is a course you could find in literally any other generic racing game. Figure 8 circuit looks like something from Gran Turismo or the Forza franchise. I know guys, there's other racing games out there besides just Mario Kart. I can't believe it either. There's actually nothing for me to say about this one. It's literally a figure 8, and that's it. No boosts, no obstacles, no anything. It's just driving and that's it. I guess professional Mario Kart players would like this course, but I don't know. I think Nintendo was thinking to try out a racing course that wasn't exciting to make it exciting. If you ask me, that theoretical reverse psychology strategy didn't work. At least on me. But these are just my lousy opinions. Yours are clearly better. Leave a comment and tell me what you think are the worst tracks in Mario Kart. Don't forget to hit that like or dislike button. Whatever you choose to do works for me. Make sure to hop on the bandwagon and follow my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Tumblr. Thank you all very much for watching, and just know that nothing holds you back more than your own insecurities. So throw them out the window. You got this. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas with that new iPad and iPhone. With that new iPad and iPhone, go ahead and watch the top 10 worst Mario Kart tracks 20 through 11, or my top 10 favorite Mario Kart tracks 20 through 11. There's also a 10 through 1 list, but I couldn't fit that on the end card. Also, Diddy Kong Racing Let's Play. Oh my god, that is like the coolest thing ever. That game is almost better than Mario Kart 64, but it isn't. Yeah.